Cheers, welcome in, guys. Southern Vermont Vintage. So here's that carousel horse that I scored the other day, and just a crazy score, and then the whole situation on how it happened there. I'll kind of go through the situation as we're looking this over for a minute. And there was a Daniel Muller who made it back in the early 1900s. So this is like a real piece of history. This was used on the carousels. Kids rode this. This one doesn't seem like it's got a lot of wear to it. It has been, I don't know, I'm losing my words right now. There we go, professionally restored. But yeah, you can see the one that restored it back in 2000. And these folks, they had it right by a sliding door in front of a set of sliding doors, or like French doors. So the sun was beating on this thing. Wicked. And you can see there's, like, on this back here, there's some chipping and crazing going on. But so a little bit of the story. I'm going to bounce around a little bit here. Things are a little crazy. But in this line of work, over time, you pick up on little cues and things. And this auctioneer here, I came across them years back, and just a few things, the way he does it, drew me in, saying that he's interested in only a couple things, and other stuff he doesn't really have the knowledge in. I've been able to score a few things off this auctioneer. And then once I got to meet him and know him and go to him a few times, I realized he's a real cocky type of auctioneer that's just, I don't know how to explain it. He doesn't care about the customer one bit. He's about just his pocket. This auction here, when I went and saw him, all he did was brag about there's like a $500,000 painting that was on the wall that he sent out, and he was his or whatever. He got it out of the job and got 500,000 out of it down Sotheby's, or I don't know if he sent it to Sotheby's or the other one, or where he sent it, but he was blabbing a whole bunch about that and stuff. But Wicked, he gets the killer jobs because where he's located and the groups of people that he hangs out with, they have their own little inn. It's like this type of auction is tough to get. It's not an advertised auction for everybody to go to. And when he does auctions, a lot of times it's a like someone's collection. There's a name usually labeled to it, that folks know. Oh, okay, it's so and so's collection. It's so and so's estate going up for sale. Another thing to realize, this guy is kind of just a douche, is when he puts stickers on. He does it with permanent marker, and you probably can't see it here, but no, the lighting is bad. But yeah, no, it's all stained red right there. I mean, the type of stuff that this guy's dealing with, this ain't the shit you do, But when you see that in a person, you realize you can go in and jump on some stuff. But anyhow, back to the horse now. So this aggravates me anyway. So I'll get rid of that. I just wanted to show you, stickers. I was lucky the paint didn't peel, for one. But then I was like, oh my God, he did it with permanent marker. And as I was peeling it up, you can see it's all red behind there. It's not in my interest to try to get rid of that, because I'm probably going to screw things up. So it is what it is. But so this has been reworked, professionally restored, and you can take and, oh yeah, the tail. I got to get the tail too for you guys, because the tail is actually a real horse's tail, and you can see the hole here in its butt, and you look in here and you can see all the way back up, all the way up into this area here, and you can see a piece of wood has been replaced in the front here somewhere. This leg, there's a really good chance this leg's been replaced with it in this. Whoops, see, look at that, a little bit of paint. Me running my hand down it from the crazing. This leg being in the prance that it is, I'm sure a lot of kids stepped up on this and used it while they're up there sitting. And this has got to be replaced a few times. And you look at the hoof, just how clean it is in the detail and the way it was kind of done, compared to how these like back hoofs are. But you can tell a little bit of a difference in that front leg and front hoof. So I'm sure that's been replaced. It has its center pole, goes up through it, and has a ball on the top, brass. And then there's a platform that it takes and sits on. Its back feet sit on it, and its front feet are up because it's in the prancing style, which is a way of classifying these carousel horses. Like this one here, it's early 1900s inner row wooden carousel horse. It's designed by Daniel Muller, and it's posed as a prancer, raised forelegs. Upper right neck, the upper right neck with short ruffled mane carries a head tucked. Where am I? A head tucked nearly to the vertical, expositing the sensitivity characteristics of Daniel Muller. Measuring 52 by 46, the horse is harnessed of a simple saddle and blanket. The breastband painted with a motif echoed on the headstall. The figure has glass eyes, natural horsehair tail, and hardware consisting of a bit ring, reins, stirrup, hangers. It rests on the display stand, painted in complementary color scheme with a brass pole. Now, one thing I did not get are the stirrups. Man, I wish I knew. I had stirrups around that house somewhere. I would have friggin' done a lot of looking around and stuff. This place had, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 10 of these in it. Each room had one. This one was in the living room. And the other ones were all going for huge money. And I don't understand. It got me thinking, well, maybe I don't know, and maybe I'm wrong, which, I could be, and I can be, but I'm like 95% sure that this is legit. Just, I've been in it long enough and can look at the wood, especially looking in its bum there. You take a flashlight and look up in there, and you can see the old wood. And just, you're taking in some of the referencing material, and on top of it, now this is the kicker, okay? So the auction takes place. This is Saturday. Everything goes well, great. Take everything home that bought at the auction. And on Monday, I give him a call saying, hey, I'm going to be over that way. If you got a bunch of stuff left over there, I'll come take everything and we'll figure out a price. And he's like, all right, hey, everything that was here on Saturday that nobody either took or didn't get auctioned off is going to be here. And, just come on over. I'll be here all day and we'll figure something out. So, I don't know. It must have been, it would have been 2 truckloads, but I pack 2 into 1. And a combination of that stuff was some 2 shelves of books down in the basement that nobody ended up buying. And all the books are really nice books. Get a few dollars for all the books because they're all similar to different things like this. Hardcover, nice, about a decent subject. And when we're down there and I'm pulling all the books off the shelf and I'm boxing them up and I'm like, oh, cool, painted ponies. I was like, this is meant to be. I got one from the auction. This is meant to be cool. Maybe this is made to teach me a little bit or help me out here. So I put it in the box, and when I got home, I brought this out and I grabbed the book and I was like, all right, well, I don't know nothing about carousel horses, so my best bet is to start right here with the book. And I'm flipping through, and as I'm going through, I was like, oh, wait a minute, what's this? What's this right here? And I was like, all right, yep. So these guys, they were really into their horses. The mount that they had, at their house and stuff. So I was like, all right, that's cool and stuff. You know, some information here. Maybe a show or something they're going to. And then that's when I opened this up, and it's the appraisal from this company down in Massachusetts. Now, they appraised this back in 2012, I think. Yeah, 2012. They appraised it. Sandy Paul. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's... Yeah, Sandy Paul and Gary Franklin out of Leominster, Mass. Or some people would say Leominster. Is it Leominster or Leominster? Leominster, Mass. Wicked. Yeah, drink my Moxie. Wicked. But anyhow, so yeah, right there. In the horse's restored condition, this figure should be valued at $4,500. I don't know if these have been going up or going down, but either way, this is turn of the century. This is a piece of history right here. So I wouldn't suspect it's gone down much. If it's gone down, I would think up, if anything, or closer to staying the same, maybe, with the way the crazy market and stuff is. But it's just a super beautiful horse. And like I said, the size of it, it's good size. It's 52/46 by 46. This is a carousel horse, like what you'd see at the carnival carousel. It was there. It was used at one. Kids rode on it. Just, I don't know. It's just really cool. That's really cool. But so this too, like, see, even rich people. Okay, look at that. That's some like little bit of mold and mildew on this leather strap. So I'm guessing grandkids or something were probably sitting on it when they come over for the holidays and putting this in their mouth, or dirty hands and fingers and stuff from eating and sitting on it riding or whatever. So, you know, a little bit of cleaner on that, and that'll be fine for that, and dress it up. But just, hey, yo, come over, say hi for a minute. Just unbelievable, wicked unbelievable find and score. Like I said, every time I go to this guy's auctions, I know that, one, it's all super nice high-end stuff. He only does a couple a year. They're like a yacht club, yeah, and stuff. He's got like some yacht club thing going on in other states and stuff where he does things with people. So he's in with like all the rich people that you can think of. And like I said, just the way he conducts himself and conducts his auctions, he slips on a lot of stuff. There's a couple other stories I could tell you down the line sometime, of scores gotten off them. One of them, just real quick, was like those, I can't think of the name of them right now, but the beds where the feet go up and the back goes up, and they warm and heat and vibrate, and they got lights underneath them. So if you got to look underneath, and it's all Wi-Fi remote, like these beds are like $5,000 beds, right? Got both of them $50 because he didn't want to deal with the bedroom. $50. So crazy, yeah. So just one of those guys, he puts food on the table, so I enjoy. But anyways, thanks for watching, checking this out. You know, anybody that knows stuff about carousel horses or has an interest in something like this, I mean, obviously I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to be looking to sell it. I'm not going to just give it away, but also I feel a lot of things need to be in the proper hands, and money's not an object for me. I care less about it. But like I said, still, it's not worth giving away for free. But someone had a proper offer or something, they could have it. At some point, I got to look into trying to see the retail value, if it's, you know, gone up or down in the years. So that could play a role too. And in the fun, oh yeah, it's gonna do the tail. Yeah, let's check the tail out. Hold on, let me grab the tail. Yeah, so this is how I traveled with the tail. I wrapped one of my shipping blankets around it, one of my small shippers, and just case around it, because the hair, you want it to be, you know, you want to be gentle on the hair. You don't want to be breaking it off and messing it all up. And like I said, this is a real horse tail here. Like this was cut off a horse somewhere. But let me put it in its butt, and then yeah, that sounded good. And we'll go from there. All right. Wow, really beautiful tail. Really nice. Almost seems like it might have been braided at one time. And there it is. Here we go. Look at that. Top dollar holla. Now I get to clean in this dump, running in and out with all this stuff, man. Inside gets so dirty so quick. I got to get my butt on putting the garage up here next year. Ground's frozen here now, so it would cost so much extra money to try to do it here in the winter. But I've been needing to put one up. Other things have come up and been in the way. So yeah, next year I've been just doing everything 100% out of the house, which is a pain in the butt. Y'all know. Y'all doing it. Y'all know. All right. Peace out. Much love. Southern Vermont Vintage.